The way your body burns energy is not broken, the signal is just mixed up. There is a single missing biological key, and it is sitting right inside your kitchen cabinet that can turn on the switch for insulin, calm down your stress levels, and start burning fat in only 24 hours. But this works only if you use it in a very specific and almost strange way. You have probably tried skipping meals, eating healthy foods, and fighting through hunger pains, but your stomach stays swollen and your energy drops by lunchtime. That is not because you lack willpower. It is a mistake in how your body processes energy. We have been told for a long time that to fix our health, especially as we get older, we need to take things away. We are told to cut calories, cut out fat, and cut out the fun. But the science is now showing us a totally different path. It turns out that by adding the right type of chemical signal, we can actually tell our body to clean up, lower stress hormones, and burn energy just like it did 20 years ago. However, and this is very important, not all oil is the same, and the time you use it means everything. If you do this the wrong way, you might just be adding useless calories. But if you do it the right way, you unlock a huge amount of healing. In this video, we are going to go through the exact steps to create a total change in your metabolism. We will cover everything from the biggest lie about cooking that scares seniors away from healthy fats, all the way to our game-changing revelation number 1. This is the specific daily plan to reset your system. You really need to stay for that final secret because it uses a timing trick with your morning routine that can double the effects that fight inflammation. It is the piece of the puzzle that most people do not see. But before we start, I have a quick and important reminder. All the information we share today is for learning purposes. Every person has a unique health situation. So please talk to your doctor or healthcare provider before you make any big changes to your food, exercise, or health plan. This is especially true if you have existing health issues or are taking medicine. Let's use this knowledge to have smart talks with them. Let's start things off with insight number 5. This addresses a fear I hear about all the time. People ask, can I really cook with this stuff or will it become poisonous? For many years, we have been warned that extra virgin olive oil starts to smoke at a low temperature and that heating it turns it into a cancer-causing mess. This is a huge wall for many of us who want the health benefits but are scared to put it in a frying pan. You might worry that by heating this oil, you are eating damaged, rusty fats. We know that swelling and irritation are the root of so many problems related to age, so it seems to make sense to avoid adding fuel to the fire. But this fear is mostly based on old information that mixes up smoke point with stability. To really understand this, let's use a comparison. Imagine your oil is a house during a hurricane. The smoke point is just the moment where the roof tiles start to shake in the wind. It looks scary, but the main frame of the house is still strong. The real danger happens when the walls fall down, which is the chemical breakdown called oxidation. This creates harmful polar compounds. Here is the amazing truth. A study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry right here in the US compared olive oil against oils that can handle much higher heat. They heated them up and they even used them for deep frying. Therefore, what they found might surprise you. Extra virgin olive oil actually created the smallest amount of harmful polar compounds, even when compared to oils that had higher smoke points. This happens because of the antioxidants. The polyphenols in high-quality olive oil act like a team of special bodyguards. They sacrifice themselves to the heat to keep the fat molecules safe. So, while a processed seed oil might not smoke, it is often breaking down in ways you cannot see because it does not have those bodyguards. Olive oil might smoke sooner, but it stays chemically safer for longer. So, insight number 5 is about freedom. You do not have to save this liquid gold only for salads. You can cook your vegetables in it, you can roast food with it. By cooking with it, you are increasing how much of these healthy fats you eat. This helps your body absorb vitamins D, E, and K. These are all vital for us as we get older. Do not let the lie about the smoke point keep you away from the tastiest way to lower inflammation. Now that we know we can cook with it, let's look deeper into what this oil actually does inside your body. This brings us to strategy number 4, the cellular housekeeper. As we age, one of the biggest causes of getting old and having low energy is the buildup of junk inside our cells. Old proteins and worn-out mitochondria, which are our energy batteries, just pile up. When we are young, our bodies are very good at taking out the trash. But as we pass age 60, that process slows down. It is like living in a house where the garbage collector stopped coming to work. The trash piles up, the house becomes toxic, inflammation goes up, and things stop working the right way. This stuck environment is a place where disease can grow. This is where a process called autophagy comes in. Think of autophagy as your body's internal Pac-Man. It goes around eating up the broken cells and recycling them into new, fresh energy. Usually, we think we have to fast for days to start this. But research shows that the specific polyphenols in olive oil, specifically oleuropein and oleocanthal, act just like this fasting state. Imagine your cells are a busy office. Over time, papers pile up, coffee gets spilled, and trash cans get full. This represents cellular waste. Usually, the cleaning crew only comes in when the office is closed, which is what happens when you fast. Therefore, adding olive oil that is high in polyphenols is like hiring a special daytime cleaning crew that works while the office is still open. These compounds stop inflammation markers like COX-1 and COX-2. This is similar to how ibuprofen works, but without the risk of hurting your gut. By using this oil, you aren't just eating fat, you are signaling your body to clean the house. This strategy number 4 is about using that cleanup crew every day. This helps to clear out the cellular mess that leads to that feeling of heaviness and brain fog. We are building a strong base here, but we need to talk about the big issue for many of us. That is the stress belly. This leads us to key secret number 3. You might be eating perfectly, yet that stubborn layer of fat around your middle won't move. This is often not an issue with calories, it is an issue with hormones involving cortisol. We have 2 to 3 times more cortisol receptors in our visceral fat, which is the deep fat around our organs, than anywhere else. When we are stressed, and that includes the physical stress of inflammation, our body pumps out cortisol. This hormone basically screams, "Store energy, winter is coming." It locks the doors on your fat cells, especially the ones on your belly. Many seniors try to fix this by exercising harder or cutting more calories. But this can actually work against you by raising cortisol even more. It is a bad cycle. You starve yourself, your body feels stressed, it raises cortisol, and you hold on to belly fat even tighter. Think of it like a fire alarm. Your body thinks the building is burning down, so it is hoarding water. You cannot put out the fire by yelling at it. You need to calm the system down. Therefore, the polyphenols in olive oil act as the all-clear signal. Studies suggest they help improve something called vagal tone, which is the connection between your brain and your relaxation system. When you eat this oil, it helps lower the inflammatory cytokines that start the stress response. Key secret number 3 is about using olive oil as a biological deep breath. By lowering the body-wide inflammation, you lower the cortisol spike. When cortisol drops, the lock on your belly fat opens. Your body finally feels safe enough to burn that stored energy. It is not about willpower, it is about safety signals. Now, before we get to the top revelation on exactly how to take this, we have to pause for something very important. None of these benefits, not the cleaning of cells, not the cortisol drop, and not the fat burning, will happen if you ignore vital strategy number 2. The sad truth is most of the olive oil sitting on supermarket shelves is, well, let's call it dead oil. Olive oil is a fresh fruit juice. It can go bad. The magic is in the polyphenols, which are those antioxidants we have been talking about. But these compounds break down fast with light, heat, and time. Furthermore, the industry is full of tricks. Some reports suggest a large amount of extra virgin oil is actually mixed with cheaper, inflammatory seed oils or is simply old and rusty. Eating rotten olive oil is like taking a vitamin that has turned into a poison. Instead of fighting inflammation, you are drinking inflammation. It is like buying a high-speed sports car but filling the tank with dirty water. It won't run, and you might ruin the engine. Therefore, you need a checklist. You need to be a detective. First, look for a harvest date, not just a best-by date. You want it from the harvest of the current year. Second, never buy it in clear plastic. Light destroys the polyphenols. Dark glass or tin only. And third, the sting. This is the ultimate test. When you taste it by itself, it should taste grassy, bitter, and it should actually burn the back of your throat. That burn, that is the oleocanthal. That is the medicine. No burn means no benefits. Vital strategy number 2 is about being picky. If it is smooth and mild, it is likely not doing the job. You want that spicy kick. That kick is the feeling of your body getting the tools it needs to repair. Do not waste your time with fake oil. Get the real stuff or don't bother. We have arrived. We know the why, we know the what, and now we need the how. This is game-changing revelation number 1. This is the specific plan that resets your insulin and boosts fat burning in just 24 hours. Most people use olive oil randomly, like a splash here or a drizzle there. But to get the medical effects, we need to treat it like a prescription. The morning is a critical time. Your cortisol is naturally highest between 6 o'clock and 8 a.m. Your insulin is low because you have been sleeping. How you start the day decides whether you store fat or burn it for the next 12 hours. Most seniors start with a high-carb breakfast or sugary coffee, which spikes sugar, spikes insulin, and shuts down fat burning right away. Here is the plan. Step 1. Take 1 tablespoon of high-phenolic extra virgin olive oil right when you wake up, on an empty stomach. You can add a squeeze of lemon if you like. Step 2. Wait. Go about your morning routine. Step 3. With your morning coffee or tea, about 90 minutes after you wake up, add a 2nd tablespoon. Why this specific timing? The first tablespoon acts as a liver flush. It stimulates bile production, which is the soap that breaks down fats. It tells your body fuel is coming, but it is clean fuel. It turns on that PPAR alpha gene we mentioned, which is the fat-burning engine. But the real magic is the 2nd spoon with the caffeine. Caffeine can spike cortisol. By adding the fat, you soften that spike. Furthermore, this fat does not break your fast in the normal way. It keeps insulin low. As long as insulin is low, you are in a state where you burn fat. Think of it like lighting a fire. The fasting is the dry wood. The olive oil is the lighter fluid. You aren't putting out the fire with water like sugar or carbs. You are throwing something on it to make it burn hotter. This plan allows you to make your fasting window longer without getting hungry. It provides ketones for your brain, which clears the fog and keeps insulin flat. A major study in diabetes care showed this approach lowered the sugar spikes after meals by a lot. By doing this, you aren't starving, you are feeding your way to a faster metabolism, and there you have it. Our game-changing revelation number 1. It might seem strange to eat fat to burn fat. But as we have explored, when that fat is high-quality olive oil rich in polyphenols, it acts as a molecular key that unlocks your body's natural ability to heal. So we have covered a lot of ground today. We went from our first insight number 5 about the safety of cooking, building up through the cellular housekeeping of strategy number 4, the cortisol calming key secret number 3, the vital importance of quality in strategy number 2, all the way to our daily metabolic reset plan. Each one is a stepping stone to a more lively, healthier you. Which of these insights resonated with you the most? Perhaps it was the truth about cooking, or maybe the sting test for quality, or even our ultimate game changer number 1 plan. Which one are you thinking of trying first? I would love to hear your thoughts. Please share them in the comments below. If you found this journey through these health discoveries valuable, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps others find our community. And do not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more powerful strategies designed for our fantastic group of healthy seniors. Until next time, stay healthy, stay curious, and keep thriving.